Wait.
Are you actually playing the music in the background? We have no idea. We have no idea if that music is. We have no idea if the. Hold on, for safety reasons, if you did.
I can't imagine that the music is DCMA'd. Anyway,
I mean, what if it is?
Well, we're fucked.
Oh no, I don't want to be. So I like how in our thing, if we show any audio or like a picture of this at all,
Yeah.
it's just gonna show Riz listening to, and that's that's my favorite part currently. Just
So this is the first episode.
Yeah, it is, and I'm still resizing it and all that stuff. That's fine. I don't think we're gonna use my audio. It's just funny. We'll use mine for like B-roll if we need it or something.
B-roll.
You never know. We might need the
never know.
B-roll.
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe just show people what we're doing. Anyway, this is the You Don't Need to Be Right podcast. We are currently
We're not right.
Not right, and but we will be talking about exclusively just bees, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
The bees.
Were you about to say that's not right?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Oh, what? The whole point of the podcast?
Yeah. Oh, who cares?
God, so we were on stream today, and yeah, twitch.tv/CMDRJodo, twitch.tv/Ragecuppy. Anyway, we were on stream today, and we were bullshitting back and forth, and then somehow, I don't know who, but we came to the joint decision. I'll just say it was a joint decision.
Well, you have to go before that to actually talk about how this actually started, because we're both in low power mode today. Yet we've actually pumped out some of the most content we've done. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I didn't sleep that well. Aaron didn't sleep that well.
Who's Aaron?
Oh, you're Aaron, and I'm Wes.
Oh, we should probably tell people that at some point, but don't worry.
We're assuming that you've already, caught up with our lore. You understand the whole situation.
I'm not actually a cup.
He's not actually a cup, and I'm not actually a commander. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah. Wait, you're not?
No.
Oh no.
If I don't say that, then that's stolen valor, and we don't want that.
I thought you were actually going to be right, though, this whole time.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be right.
Oh, no.
It started. Anyway, so, yeah, and...
It's all right, because I own a Jag.
You like jazz?
No, we're not actually talking about bees. But if we were, most bees that go outside the cave are drones.
Anyway, so we decided on stream that we should get off our lazy bums and actually do a podcast. So here we are.
This wasn't supposed to be episode 1 though, because there's actually an episode 1 which is the stream, but you don't want to do Patreon. It. So. Oh, episode 0 going on Patreon. We haven't talked about Patreon at all. That's amazing. We made a Patreon about 5 minutes ago. So if you want
about 5 minutes ago.
If you want to go support our Patreon, it's gonna be what is the name of our Patreon?
You Don't Have to Be Right podcast.
That's a great name. I'm shocked no one has this name.
I'm really shocked no one took You Don't Have to Be Right.
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's because like they want like podcasts to have some
substance.
Yeah, and like theming.
Oh God, we are two people that shouldn't be running a podcast yet. Here we are.
Why not?
I'll let you think about that for a minute.
I think we're gonna record the podcast we deserve.
Yeah, we absolutely are going to record the podcast that we deserve. We're sitting in our brand new Discord, by the way, and this is going to go onto our brand new YouTube, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yep. But hey, once we record this and put it on YouTube, we actually have a reason to have a Discord and a Patreon.
That's true.
And a YouTube, and we can start inviting people on our other social media platforms.
Twitch.tv/Ragecuppy /CMDRJodo Help.
Yep.
Help. Help. No, it was quite fun today because I was doing painting. I'm doing I'm one of those people that sinks thousands of dollars into minis. Help. Anyway,
No.
I was painting Luke Skywalker after he crashed in his snow speeder on Hoth. He's a badass in his flight suit with his lightsaber for Star Wars Legion. Anyway,
you're rambling.
Yeah, I am. I'm tired.
Stop it.
I'm rambling. I'm getting to a point. Now you've made me lose the point.
I'm sorry. You're right.
My plot.
You're right.
I've lost the plot.
I'm sorry. You're painting.
What would you like to talk about?
I don't know. I was trying to. I have ADHD and my attention span had run out about 10 seconds ago, so I had no idea what you were talking about.
Cut it. Cut.
No, we're not cutting it. That's the whole point of this fucking podcast. What else are you talking about, Joe? Go ahead, carry on. My apologies for interrupting you. I will sit here patiently and quietly. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, I want you to tell me.
I legitimately forgot what I was talking about. That's how tired I am.
You don't have to be right. It's fine. It's okay. I was trying to say you were right. And then you just completely
I'm so not. Well, let's talk about something. Okay, go ahead.
So I think you were trying to actually say the origin of this nonsense. We covered before, I think, but you were painting and you were bored. So like you weren't bored, but you were like, we were going to actually play games today.
We were actually going to play games.
Yeah, maybe when we get like a more of a video aspect to this podcast, we're going to probably see some game in the background that one of us or both of us are playing.
Well, you won't because it's a podcast.
If you're watching the video aspect of the podcast on YouTube, that's what will be there.
Oh, and it will just be some video on YouTube. Oh,
yeah, that's why I'm thinking we should do some video on YouTube so we have like something there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need some sustenance. Totally fine, not for this one. Not a big deal.
This was slapdash.
I mean, the whole thing was. But anyway, we were both supposed to play games, and you wanted to stream, and that was fine. But we both just weren't quite up for it.
Still aren't.
So you started doing that, and I was like, we were just doing the thing we always do when we're in this room before you set up, which is just absolutely yelling at each other.
Yep. I'm from across
the room. And then eventually you're like, yep. And then you're just like, just join Discord. And so we don't have to yell. And basically this is how this started. So I was just talking at you. Originally I was playing some of their nonsense game that I didn't have to think very hard on. And then I just stopped because you were having issues.
Yep.
And then the podcast basically started there.
Yep, pretty much. And I will say, most likely no one who's listening to the podcast at this point is someone that doesn't know us, but we live together.
Wait, we do?
Maybe.
Fuck. That pause was just too long for audio, by the way. Completely. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever let dead air be that long. Because like someone's gonna have a thought in the middle of that dead air.
My podcast stopped.
They're either gonna think their podcast stopped, or they're going to like have a panic attack. Or they're gonna be like, or they're gonna have even the worst thought, the panic attack. They're gonna go, why am I listening to this? And we can just never have that ever be a thing. We'll be in dead water.
You understand that we are going to have that.
I mean, yeah, we will, but that's the whole thing is also, I think part of this is what we both need to realize is this is going to be terrible content for the first 100 episodes.
Buddy, you're going to have to realize that it's just going to be terrible content. Full fucking stop.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Also, I think we should record 2 episodes every Tuesday, like hour and a half episodes, and then
you want to buffer?
Well, either buffer or we could release
like a unedited 3-hour video or something bullshit like that.
Patreon.
Oh, you want to have Patreon members that go to You Don't Have to Be Right podcast / page. I don't know what it is. It's going to be the info in the Discord that you're going to join. Because you're going to be a biggest fan of this podcast ever. You know who you are. I'm talking about you.
That's a hard sell. It's a hard sell.
Well, if you turn the Discord music back on,
okay, hold on.
You'll hear the elevator music that I'm trying to sell this to you. Please turn it off.
No, it's on. Yeah, do your pitch.
No, I already did. But
so
basically what you're saying is if you subscribe to Patreon or when we get any other monetized type of thing, you'll have a link to an unlisted second episode every week. Is that what you're saying? It's gonna be a little shorter than the first one. Like, so the first one, say that we start doing hour-long episodes, then it'll be like what, 30 minutes?
That's right, Ragecuppy. If you order now, you'll go ahead and you'll get that unsolicited, unwanted, uncut episode on patreon.com/You Don't Have to Be Right podcast.
I love how we have no topics. So all we've done so far this podcast in the last 10 minutes is shell house and tell the origin story maybe twice about the podcast.
Well, it all started.
You see, when it really started was the podcast really started because about it's been a couple months now. We've been talking about we want to do a podcast, so there's actually been a couple iterations, right?
Yeah,
I'm actually going into this. And
no, yeah, go ahead.
Because so we had actual like structured podcast ideas that never happened together. Because we had we were going to do basically a current events kind of podcast, right? Where we're going to talk about the micro up to the macro of events.
That got too depressing.
And then we just realized life hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And we just were like, we're never doing that again.
No,
ever.
Absolutely.
And I've actually hosted a podcast before with a different gentleman.
Yeah, a wonderful
named Dirk Monster. Mm-hmm. Dirk Monster's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
But it was also sort of a current event.
I like that guy.
Hey, that's what he said. That's his catchphrase.
That's his catchphrase. Hey.
We're gonna get demonetized. No, wait, we're not making money.
Oh
anyway.
No.
But no, so that was also a current events one, and that got depressing. So we might have some recurrent events in this podcast. Nope. No.
Well, I think our current events are going to be like D&D campaigns we're a part of.
Oh yeah.
Or stuff like that. I don't want to do anything political.
Oh yeah,
we're absolutely going to at some point, but I would prefer not to.
Well, at some point, what's going to happen is, for people who don't know us, how well we know each other, is we're gonna echo chamber one of these days.
Absolutely.
And we're just gonna go on a rant about it, and then we're gonna have to make a whole. We already have the announcement channel for the apology in a couple months down the line.
We're drafting it as we speak.
And we'll start with we're wrong. Go ahead.
We were wrong. Yes, we don't have to be right because we were wrong. One thing I will say is that right now we have a listener in our Discord right now.
Yes, we do. We actually have one viewer. They're in not only in our Discord, they're sitting right next to me.
Funny how that works. Yeah! We've got one fan!
Oh, and apparently, according to Riz, they're going to be the manager of our OnlyFans that we're making. You don't have to write a podcast only. That one's not real. That's not real.
No, absolutely not.
That can give me enough. You don't
have to be right.
You don't want that.
You don't want to view that content.
No one wants that whatsoever.
I will say, however, in our Discord, if you join our Discord on Tuesdays, you will have the ability to sit in the stage with us and listen to us ramble and figure out how to do a podcast for the next 3,000 episodes.
Cut to me sitting in our Discord. Probably not, but cut to me sitting in the Discord with the audio, the video up on my end. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. There it is.
Cut to it right now. We're not going to cut to it.
No, we're absolutely not.
Sounds like way too much work.
Sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Hold on, let me go to the 10 steps for making a podcast. Step number 7 was editing. I think we're skipping that step, right?
Yeah. What is editing? What is Aleppo?
I mean, editing is getting the front and the end done. So
yeah, exactly.
And I already know our audio is going to be ruined because our echo is probably here.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, and that's something people are just going to have to deal with this episode. We'll get that figured out next time. Worst comes to worst, I steal Riz's podcast mic.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, so here's something I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to be doing Tuesday podcasts. We're going to be doing Tuesday morning. We're going to do 2 podcasts and I think we're going to release 2 podcasts during the week. Does that sound appropriate?
I thought we're gonna be releasing one podcast for everyone and a podcast for the Patreon.
Well, I thought we were doing the unsolicited, like, uncut version for the Patreons.
Oh, you just like did an oxymoron to the first comment we did, which was no editing. So I'd like you to resell this to me, Chief. Go ahead.
See, it all started when I was streaming. I was trying to paint some fucking models. And this guy kept screaming across the room. Just random bullshit and nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
and then I think you're the one, credit where credit's due, I think you're the one that says you don't have to be right. And then the podcast was born.
Yeah, I guess I did coin it, didn't I?
You did coin it. No, I guess I
God.
don't know. I'm just here, man.
Do you know where this podcast started from? If you really think about it, she's right, you know.
Oh no! So you're saying that the next podcast, Tuesday morning next week, we're going to be playing Hoi 4?
Well, playing is a stretch. I also think only one of us should be playing the game. In like hindsight, because if we both are playing, we're gonna get way too enamored into the game.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about the game.
Yeah, but if one person's, we're gonna become want to be game grumps at that point. Yeah. But if one person's playing the game and the other person is just talking, it will help keep a conversation happening. And because you have more experience in the Hoi 4, I totally think you should be playing it next week.
No, I think you'll enjoy it more.
I hate you.
Anyway,
you absolute menace.
You don't have to be right.
She's right, you know. Right, God damn. Knows. It literally, I think it literally, that's where the thought came from, because it was like, instead of saying she's right, you know, you don't have to be right, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to be right. She's right, you know. But no, I think that this is going to be a wonderful little, at the very least, a social experiment. It seems as though people on stream today were very happy.
Yeah, I mean, you had people putting you on the second monitor like crazy. So
I had someone who had 8 streams open at once. I mean, let's go, baby.
Yeah, at the very least, now they don't have to waste the audio tab on Twitch.tv.
They don't have to waste the brain power of their processor.
Yep, they can just let that audio file roll on wherever you find podcasts.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me put the music back on.
Wherever you find podcasts.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
And go ahead.
Good. Thank you for still making air so we didn't have the darkness to come back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to... I'm not doing this bit again. We've done this bit like twice already.
If you want to listen to You Don't Have to Be Right, go ahead and go to any place that you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Music, and even Patreon. If you want to show your extra support, go ahead. We love it. Thank you so much. I don't know. Kill the music. Kill everything.
I hate you.
Shut it all down.
I hope that music gets us DMCA'd so bad.
Why? Why would you hope that?
Because I don't know. I dreamed a dream that never dies, Jodo. Don't fucking ask me. I want this thing not to get off the ground so I don't have to have everything busy in my life.
Well, guess what? I'm sorry, but we had 14 people cheering us on, so
we're doing it then. Mm-hmm. We're doing it. So the question is, really,
yeah.
Do you think we want to have topics every week?
No.
Okay. Well, we had the darkness again there for a second. I got concerned. Okay, so we're not even gonna, because part of the idea was, I thought, and maybe this is something we can throw out to people who actually watch this first episode. Get in the comments. Is that
get into those saucy DMs?
Do you want us to have at least a fake topic every week?
Well, I think okay. All right. Let's put it this way. I think it's good to have topics to fall back on. I think that the genuine joy of listening to this podcast is going to be the unstructured and unbridled bullshit we're spitting. So I think that to keep it genuine, I think we've got to go ahead and we'll have soft topics. We'll have topics in case dead air happens, and then we'll just go with that. But I think we gotta
God forbid. God forbid we had hard topics.
Ah, such hard topics. God forbid that we actually knew what we were doing. You know.
Yep. And if Riz isn't careful, if she keeps talking in the background quiet enough so my mic doesn't pick it up, I'm gonna make her on this podcast, and she's gonna hate that. So sorry, that was because maybe she was heckling me in the side, and I just had to put
what we
put a
do is
stop to
we
that.
add a third mic to my board, and we'll just hang it over her desk, and every time she says something, we'll just pipe it in.
Well, no, that's what I think. I think it'd be great to have, like, like how they always have that person that, like, every podcast that's worth its salt got like the third person off to the side. That's
we're not worth anything.
No, that's why we have Riz.
Okay.
She's technically working her other job right now if she's here, and she won't be here till like probably because we're recording a little earlier in the morning normally. She won't actually
That's fine. Yeah, we can figure that out. That was dead air because we were listening to Riz. Sorry.
Yeah. This is the problem. Riz either has to shut her wonderful mouth or she has to be in the podcast. That's
absolutely.
it. That's it right there. I had to say that nice. Woohoo, I'm glad we totally started doing this when I realized I have to leave in an hour. That's great.
I mean,
also, whenever you laugh, I don't pick up in Discord, by the way, because
I pick it up in OBS. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. I'm just letting you know on my end, if we ever have to use the emergency audio, it's gonna look really weird.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just. We got post.
We got post. Yeah, I totally am splitting my audio right now in post.
Well,
next, that's you know what? That's episode 2. Episode 2, Ragecuppy splits his goddamn audio.
Well, explain to the fine crew what they mean. What you mean by splitting your audio?
Well, what I mean is right now, I just clicked the record button on my streaming profile for OBS, which when you stream, everything goes into like left-right channels. Who cares? You just have it all there, unless you have a special thing for like, I don't want to get DMCA'd on stream. You have it on a channel that doesn't.
Oh, you said DMCA. Hold on, I got music for that. I'm joking.
I fucking hate you.
This is
episode 1 told me he hate me, so we'll get a counter on the screen. Nope. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, well, there's no counters on a podcast.
Yep. But if you were recording like a normal human being, you would split your audio between my audio and Jodo's. So in case audio bled or something went bad, corrupted in the recording, Jodo's, like, I could have my clear audio that's coming from my microphone, and or say there's a balancing issue, and we could just rip that from my recording and wouldn't have to have any of Jodo's voice, instead of it all being one where Jodo can't fix that.
True.
Or me, whoever's editing it. I don't know who. We haven't really talked about editing. Who's going to do that?
Remember editing something we're skipping.
Oh, yeah, we're not editing. Yeah. Oh, yikers!
What's editing?
Anyway. So editing is the process of when
I
you.
I need you to stop.
I'm sorry.
So tell us a little bit about this Discord you set up.
Why?
Because I'm looking at it and it's still
it's the only thing on your screen. Are we like
do you want notifications?
Are we fucking 20 minutes into this fucking podcast and you're already like
it still has an exclamation point?
No, it doesn't. I fixed it.
It's right there. Look,
it doesn't on my screen. It's fixed.
It's not.
It is. I'm taking a screenshot of my fucking.
Do you want notification? Now
it's not like that on my screen.
When you get into this Discord, now, okay, bear with me for a minute.
Oh my god, I'm going everyone's DMs.
When you get into this Discord, and when you pledge yourself to listening to this podcast on a regular basis, as I know you will, you have to ask yourself, do you want notifications? Oh, that definitely bled into your mic. One thing that I will say.
Yep.
Actually, sidebar, do you want to start sending out invitations?
Oh, to Discord right now?
Yeah, to people we know that are going to accept it. Okay, cool. So
let me do some fancy editing on my things so I don't leak more than just my girlfriend in your DMs.
Oh.
Okay, I can clear that out.
You're leaking DMs? I'm sorry. What are we? What?
I didn't mean to leak DMs. It just happened.
Who's DM? I'm confused.
When I sent you the screenshot, it's showing on my OBS, so I leaked your fucking DMs, quote unquote. But I didn't actually, because I'm not gonna show that.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sorry,
we're not streaming right now. So
yeah, I was very confused.
This is live. So
yeah, this is
real life.
This is happening.
This is what's happening.
So okay. So what I was going to say is one thing that I think would be really interesting to talk about. I like how. Oh, never mind. One thing that I think would be really interesting to talk about is that you run campaigns. You run tabletop campaigns. I run and I like to play in tabletop campaigns. Excuse me.
Matters.
So
I'm trying to figure out right now if I can pop this window out.
What window are you trying to pop?
I want to pop out the window we're in right now. Oh, I can. Oh my god, this is amazing. I can pop this out so I can put this whenever I want and not have my, because you want me to invite people. I don't want to leak all the DMs in the world.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I have popped out our test stage. And
yeah,
nice. Hold on. This needs to be, god damn it. I can't edit anything.
What are you doing? What have you done?
Well, the title. I can't edit the title of this.
Oh. What are you trying to edit? Change the topic? What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
It's just there's a chat. Oh god. Why?
Don't open that.
No.
Do you want, like,
bees.
There, episode 1 better? Is that better?
Sure, that's fine.
All right.
I okay. Anyway, I think it would be very cool. I like how we've gotten no substance out of this this fucking episode.
The more you bring it up, the worse it is.
You know what? I'm going to keep bringing it up. So I think it would be cool that we could bring up things that we've done or things that we do for tabletop RPGs.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we agreed on that.
I'm spamming everyone in my fucking DMs right now. I am the worst human being. Like, literally, people who weren't even on stream, I'm just sending them a link to a random Discord podcast. They're gonna be like, "What is this?"
Oh, no.
Yeah, Dwarf just sent me a question mark. If you know, you know. Lol.
Oh no! What have you done? I like an Erebor just popped
literally
in.
Also, skip him. Sent me the same question mark.
Oh, he stole it from Dwarf. He just took Dwarf's question mark and said, "Here you go."
I said Erebor one, no question. Where's
no question. No question. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten more people in here. God. Oh, jeez. All right. Anyway.
Yep.
So, you are doing a Pathfinder.
I'm being the PR rep right now.
You're being the PR rep right now.
Yep.
But you're doing Pathfinder on stream, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be joining. I am making my first ever streaming campaign. It's gonna be about a 10 episode long campaign, hopefully, which means in reality it'll be 20 episodes, test sessions, same thing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be just it's a bit of a puzzle. It's a bit of a in your dreams kind of nonsense where, like, I can, as a DM, play around with, testing out fights and stuff with the fear of TPKing my players. And I can also then tell a very unique story with all their whatever they're giving me and stuff. So that's the whole plan of it.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a really cool thing to do. I really hope that you have success on that. And it's an online campaign, right? Are you using Roll20 or anything like that?
I'm using what's called Foundry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to type and talk at the same time, and if you were watching the stream earlier, I couldn't do it because unbeknownst to you, when you send random fucking invites out to everyone they're like, "What's this?" instead of just clicking on the link. We have built a very untrusting community, which is totally fair. I'm gonna get like multiple messages to Riz being like, I think Ragecuppy got hacked. So no, I'm using a program called Foundry, which is a virtual tabletop like Roll20 and stuff like that. And what it is though it's a server based, but iComputer's just being the server, and it's got a lot more options, I think, than Roll20 has, and it's a lot less paywalled than Roll20 in my opinion.
Well, is Foundry specifically driven towards Paizo, or is that a
no?
Blanket?
Foundry has a ton of just rule sets you can add in for free. So all the rule sets are free because, you know, like especially just Pathfinder, it's really free because Pathfinder, what they did is Paizo made all their compendium free, and you don't have to
that was in competition with what Wizards of the Coast
doing, yeah. So but now that they've done that, and you can just like, I don't even have to have the books for Foundry, as like, you know, I can add any creature I want in technically and just put it in the Foundry because it's in the compendium.
Yeah.
But you know, I still support Paizo.
I wonder if Star Wars is in that Fantasy Flight tabletop.
I'm sure there's a rule set for it. Oh god, we have another person in the audience right now.
Yeah. Just ignore it. Hold on. Put the music on.
No, don't.
There we go.
Hi, stop it. They probably are like trying to figure out how to turn the music off. Just turn it off.
It's the little music notes. If you didn't get that.
Yeah. Oh no, God. So many people are joining.
Just stop. You're the one that made it so that they could.
You're the one that told me to do this.
No, I said that's interesting, and then you made it happen. So don't blame me for your shortcomings.
I'm sorry in the group of us that I'm the one that's doing actions. Okay.
I'm sorry. Can you rephrase that in an English language?
No.
Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you, bud.
I can't. I really can't. And this is. I'm about to invite my dad to this Discord.
Please. You know... Oh God, we need Papa.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm. Bleep that out. Post.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not fucking editing, Jodo.
Or it's not live. It's fine.
There are. I hate you so much right now.
I forgot. But that's how I talk about it. I love your dad. To be fair, your dad is a wonderful person. When he came over and showed his,
I'm inviting him now. He's getting invited to this Discord.
When he came over and showed off his electric vehicle, and he was so happy. It was like a kid showing off his Lego that he just built, and he was so happy.
I mean, that's kind of been my dad's whole thing with his entire life, is just he's one of the adamant, I'm not going to act my old age.
Oh God, no. And that's why I love him. He's just a wonderful, wonderful person.
Who else was in your stream today that I should invite this to?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just, you know what?
Durka?
That's fine. Oh, I haven't found the Dicka monster. You're totally right. There he is.
Oh God.
I sent him one. He's at work though, or something. Who cares? Actually, he doesn't work on Tuesdays. This could be dangerous.
This could be really dangerous. Oh, and Liquid.
I invited Liquid already.
Oh, perfect.
There's so many.
Don't worry about it. You are worrying about stuff that you don't need to worry about. That was good.
Unusual joint activity detected.
God, review the alert. Mayday.
Mark has resolved.
But yeah, you're
increased activity from normal max members. No action needed.
Your dad was very, very happy with like showing off his car and going,
yeah,
here's the things that I've done. Oh man, he was so happy. It was great.
He really was. There's been so many members that have started watching this. I have to adjust my screen now because it's now showing more people listening to this podcast.
Oh, fuck. He really did it.
Yeah, no shit. We really did it.
He's not in here. He can't hear you.
I can't yell at him. I'm yelling at other people. They didn't believe us. No faith. None of you have any faith.
No, they really didn't. They didn't think this would happen. They legitimately thought we'd probably try and just put that stream thing on and then call it good. And that would be the only episode that ever got off the and you know what? To them,
they're right.
I would say.
I mean, no, they're wrong. They're wrong.
You don't have to be right.
God damn it.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
hate this
We're
podcast right
the
now.
worst people.
This is the worst thing I've ever.
It's not, though. It's really not. It's really not. So, you know, we could have done much worse.
Trevor just said I have ADHD powers in general, and I think he's wrong and doesn't understand that that's a curse. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading chat in the middle of our
You
podcast.
really shouldn't.
I'm done. It's gone. It's
Good.
gone. I'm
Perfect.
sorry.
It's gone. It's gone.
I'm sorry, baby. You're the most important person in my life now.
I
Sorry,
need an
Riz.
adult. I need an adult.
Just until the podcast is over, and then you won't be, okay?
Oh, okay. That's fair.
There you go. People are like gonna begin to realize how much we can just rattle on forever and be the same.
One thing I will say is that if you do want to listen, you can always pop out the window, the little pop out window thing at the bottom of the thing. If you go into the podcast, if you click the podcast, there's a little pop out window so you can go and browse other Discords.
You see, you've already failed yourself. You've gone into streamer mode.
Why?
We're not streaming right now. We're doing a podcast. You don't need to talk to the people who are watching, but that's, you know what? I bet they appreciate
it's episode 1, and I'm just trying to troubleshoot.
You're
and
totally
it's not,
right.
I didn't even succeed, and you know what? I failed. So yeah, I just derailed the whole show.
Put the music back on.
Put the music back on, and
there you go.
You know, just all right, go ahead. You have a 10-second shill starting right about now. Go.
You know, Jodo, it all started back a few months ago when I basically got to you and we were like, hey, we should make a podcast. And we I can't do it. I can't do it.
And 10 seconds are up. That was really not that good. I have some constructive criticism for you.
Okay, please.
Can you actually try and direct your thoughts to a...
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day. So yeah,
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
No, you. We're gonna have the darkness come back. The half of if we stop talking, people will literally be asked that question we don't want them to ask. So I'm gonna keep talking.
What's that? What's the question?
We've already discussed the question. It's the why am I listening to this podcast?
Why are they listening to this podcast? It's because
stop it. You're making them think about it. Stop.
I'm answering the question. And the question is very simple. It's because you wanted something to distract yourself that you're going to laugh your god dang asses off, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to end this podcast and you're going to go, how was I laughing so much at a whole bunch of nonsense, and you're going to listen again. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't believe you.
Oh, well, it sounded good anyway. You don't have to be right.
You don't have to be right. They don't have to be right. Podcast is sponsored by your sponsorship here. If you'd like to sponsor this podcast,
no,
please do it now.
Please don't. Please don't. We don't deserve anything for this. Oh,
no, but
God.
we should totally. That's another thing we should totally do.
Yeah,
is for when we have potential dead air, one of us will just make a fake sponsorship.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because that it really fits with the theme of that.
Like Bapplebees.
Bapplebees, where we show apples and bees. Let's go. Come on down to Bapplebees.
Good old Bapplebees.
Where you can ruin your first date over some bee stings.
Oh God. So, someone once told me that you were a streamer.
Oh my God.
What?
Half of this episode's been chilling. Why are you? Yeah, sure. I'm a streamer. Yeah.
So, I have a question for you.
Yes, and Ragecuppy. Yes, and Ragecuppy. Well, yeah, I have an answer.
Yes, and good. I'm glad that you're yes-anding. That's
yes,
very
and?
good. Yes, and. So the question I have for you is, what is the thing that drives you to stream? What's the thing that drives you to make content? Let's go there.
Oh, well, if you see, if
it all started when I was trying to do a paint stream.
No. You see, this is an interesting question that's been on my mind actually for a while, because I haven't really been streaming a lot lately, and it's kind of been gnawing at me a little bit here because like I've literally had to sit down and be like, do I not like streaming anymore? And I just sit there and I've been sitting and stewing on it, and I think I do. At least I like aspects of it, right? I really like it when there's people in chat. I like when there's stuff to do, but I think my problem is even if I'm not streaming, I can't consistently stay on a video game for more than like 30 minutes.
Sure.
And I think that just gives me anxiety for like streaming, which is why I've been kind of like in my gaming in general outside of streaming. I've been going to more like things that do with people. Like I raid in three weekdays a week in a video game, but I don't stream that stuff because there's like a bunch of people and I don't want to act like I'm farming content with other people. La la la. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm following
But and now that like Pathfinder's coming out, that will 100% be
on your stream.
On stream.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I want it for like a streaming segment, but I really just want it so I have the VOD.
Right. No, and so that was a question that I actually asked myself. I was when I started doing these painting streams, because I was like, hey, I enjoy streaming, or at least I thought I enjoyed streaming, right? Like,
when the painting stream started, you hadn't streamed for like realistically like 10 months besides like maybe one time.
Correct. And this is part of what so when I started going, I need to paint more, what can I do? Because painting's great, but if I'm not painting and doing something, I feel like I'm just not being productive. I don't know why, but I said, oh, I'll stream. That's how I got into doing like the quote unquote painting streams. And then I forgot how much I actually really enjoyed streaming, just hanging out with people. And, it's not for being I don't know, the guy or whatever. It's just hanging out with people and being a goofball and having fun. But I will say that taking off we'll call it 10 months. I don't know how long it was, but taking off 10 months really did help me just be me. I felt like that I was putting too much into the whole like, oh, I got to go home and stream. Oh, I got to do this and stream. And then I wasn't doing it enough of like, I got free time, I'll stream, doing that type of stuff. And I feel like it was a good like what would you call a bereavement period? No, a sabbatical. That's exactly the thing.
That's a word.
Sabbatical. Yeah,
I know what it means. Yes, it's the right word. But also when you started your paint streaming, one day your camera was acting all wonky and you weren't really feeling like gaming, so you had your friend come into it, and then you decided to do a podcast.
And then here we are. I will say that I'm surprised that we have 5 people listening.
Don't. Why are you looking at it even? It doesn't exist.
It's fun.
They're not people I personally paid for those bots.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm glad. We did talk about like buying today. So there you go.
That's true. We did. We really did. Yeah. Oh my God.
We talked about a lot of stuff today.
No. I think you also had busy. You had a wedding and stuff. I think
no, don't look at it. Continue on.
Chat. Yeah. So weird.
No, don't look at it. Don't look them directly in the eye.
Yeah. They're getting paid. They just don't understand yet. No. They're getting paid in what's the thing people always quote unquote pay artists and musicians for? Experience, and they're getting paid in exposure. So that's that really digs into the you don't have to be right part of this podcast.
Yeah.
Really important on that thread there.
I also like how since we're talking about it, I like how some people are talking in one chat and other people are talking.
Yeah, well, some people are talking in a chat I can't see, and then some people are talking in the actual stage chat, which pops up on the right.
Oh God.
What are we doing here, Joe?
And that's the thing, is that we coming full circle. This whole thing is just here. It's
really a cry for help.
It's really, please call our mothers. We need help. 555-0124. If you would, please, and that will.
That's actually their phone number. What the hell?
Yeah,
that's the 1555 number that works.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we've been talking about a podcast for a long time, and here we are. The catalyst was me trying to paint a model and failing at that, and then
this is the 4th time we've mentioned us starting this podcast.
Oh, it's the first episode, buddy. What do you expect?
I fear for episode 2.
I fear for everything. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. I can't. You don't have to be right.
You're happy though, right? It's not
no, I'm happy.
I'm not like I didn't push you into something like
I'm
my
the one that suggested we
focus.
did this. I'm the one who suggested we start today.
Okay, just gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. For people who are not listening live and will listen later, please, or
no one's
people
going to
listening
listen
live,
later.
shush, I'll buy more bots. Uh, feel free to let us know anything in Kansas we want for the Discord and stuff like that. Also, anything else like that, we'll be adding a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. We'll be putting this on the YouTube channel, all that stuff. I don't know if we're gonna do that later today or what our release schedule is yet, but we're getting that all figured out. This is actually, I do want to say on a serious note, this is actually going to be a thing.
It is actually going to be a thing. Today we're punch drunk because we're both very tired.
And the fact that we literally, I tested this episode 1 started as me literally saying test stage, hey, let's see how this works. And then you being like, oh my God, there's music. Hey, let's make this episode 1, not the stream. And then literally you hit record.
Yep, that's quite literally the series of events that brought us here.
Fucking hate you.
You should. There will be more things that happen
throughout
the recording of this podcast and the saga that is our lives that will make you hate me even more. So
good. I think that sounds like we're wrapping up, though. I know it's not probably quite an hour, but it's the first episode. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? I mean, we've had a wonderful time here. Yeah, I mean, we're doing it. Here we are. Don't expect anything happy.
But don't worry, we'll make sure that you don't have to be right.
Is that how we sign off? That
was
weak.
Now
here's the next 10 minutes of us figuring out how we sign off on this damn thing.
You think we're joking, but we're actually going to do it.
Yeah, we're actually going to sit here and figure out.
You may not be right. No, that doesn't make any sense. You...
Why does it have to be the name of the podcast? Why can't you just be like, all right, sayonara. Get the hell out of here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Like, we were wrong. I mean, no, wait. What if that's the whole theme of the podcast? Is we end when we realize we're like, either we end when we realize we weren't right, or we end when we get something right.
Oh,
and so it's like a Top Gear thing where it's like on that instead of on that disappointment, it's like it's on that actual right note.
But here's the thing. That means that we have to. I was going to say that means that we can't have any facts throughout the whole episode, and all we're doing is lying to the people that have the willpower to stand up and listen to this contrived notion of a podcast. I love the idea, but I don't think we can make it work without people being all they're doing is lying to us.
No, that's what it is. It's our ending segment. It's like we have an ending segment. All right, well now it's like the equivalent of like two truths and lies. So it's 2 lies and a truth.
I think we got a suggestion. Yes, I'm talking about chat. I think we got a suggestion. We got a good suggestion. It's
okay, go for it. Who's it from? Who's the guest caller?
Oh, the guest caller is oh God.
It's a bunch of dots, isn't it?
It's a bunch of dots.
What's the first letter?
It's tall.
It's tall, but okay. What's the guest caller?
Don't forget. First... You don't have to be right.
I've already forgotten.
Okay, listen here, you.
What?
I'm turning the music back on.
No, that music's so bad. Don't do it.
It's horrible, and I love it.
Why does Discord have that even?
I don't know.
It's like the first time I wrote it is there's a bot on Destiny that can like tell you when event's happening, and so I joined that bot, and this music was playing, and I was like, "What is this music? Why does this exist? Is it because Discord also knows about the dead air theory?
Yeah, absolutely.
They know if you have dead air,
then
lose people everything. Will ask why they're here, and we can't have that. So we have the world's cheapest hold music. At least it's not a lot louder.
I mean, I can make it louder.
No, you can't make. Can you make it louder?
I'm doing it. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it.
Stop it! Stop! Get out of here! Why have we ended this fucking podcast yet?
Fine, but just remember, Ragecuppy. Oh, sorry, that was dead air. Don't just remember, Ragecuppy. You don't have to be right.
I know.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. I think we're decided on weekly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday. We don't have a time yet. We'll figure that out.
And we'll upload the next day. And people who come into the Discord want to listen live Tuesdays
so live
mornings.
Tuesdays, uploads on Wednesdays.
I think that's how we should do it. Gives us a day to edit.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks for listening.
You were signed off like 3 times.
I look, man, I'm barely awake. Is that how this is going to end? Just so I'm barely awake?
Don't have to be right. I'm stopping my recording. I'm stopping it.
I'm not. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, you don't have to be right.
You said that literally 4 times now.
I need you to stop drawing. Who's drawing attention to it now? Who? It's not me. It's not me this time. I'm. Oh, God. Goodbye.